All right, I'm starting recording. Okay, so it's been a few weeks since we played, but the basics is that you have gone to Alray as part of an overall mission to kill a whole bunch of undead, and your job is to go to Haunch, which is the only mortal settlement on all of Alray, and make contact with them because nobody has really talked to them in something like 100 years, and to get on good terms with them and have them in some way, shape, or form help you to travel inland to kill a vampire lord. And the only resistance you met with your ship on the way to Haunch has been you were attacked by a giant like smoke bird thing, which you guys killed, and now we're arriving at Haunch. So that's where we are. I think that's all we need in this whole chapter of our story is our Halloween event because it's at the island of undead creatures. So there we go. All right.
Hmm.
Okay. After defeating the creature, it is not long before you're entering the harbor of Haunch. There are a dozen fishing vessels in the harbor. All of them are twice the size of the ships used in Gardinia and Balaam, and all are outfitted with weaponry. There is also one tremendous warship, more than 4 times the size of your ship. Its sails colored red, blue, and gold, and covered in banners of the same colors. There are several gray canisters of some sort poking over the sides of the ship. The city itself is surrounded by a wall, and interior walls divide the city into 4 areas, with an additional wall running from the north to the west along the central walled keep. More of those gray canisters sit atop the outer wall. Okay. Approaching the dock, you see that there seems to be plenty of dock workers and sailors on the docks, but they aren't doing much. A group does come over to assist your marines in lashing your ship to the docks. They're all GIF, hippo people, and they generally seem to be in a sour mood. As you disembark, a middle-aged and weathered gif with a corncob pipe waves you over.
And on over.
Do you all go?
Oh, I missed that last bit. Ashley's screen wasn't loading. So somebody has a
You
corncob pipe or something, I heard?
you disembark from the ship, and a middle-aged and weathered male gif with a corncob pipe waves you over.
Okay, yeah, I'll go over.
Yeah.
Go over.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Haunch. My name's Howard. Uh, what what are you doing? It's been a long time since anybody from the outside world has visited.
What can we tell him, guys? I don't know what we could tell him. I'm afraid to make a mistake.
You should be.
You can tell
I
him
don't-
anything.
We can tell him anything? Is that what
I
you said?
mean,
Yeah, I think so.
We're here to kill the vampire lord.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not you, is it?
No, of course not. No,
Okay.
none of us within the city are undead. It's been about a year since anyone from the outside world has visited, though we haven't had any sort of formal diplomatic visit in maybe 100 years.
Wow.
You guys don't go visit anyone else?
Not really, no. We have a pretty well structured situation for ourselves. You see, we most of us have trained and fought in part of our military, and we spend a lot of time defending ourselves from the undead hordes of the island. We tend to keep our population at a fairly constant level. If we ever get too high, then no one's allowed to have any children until someone dies.
wow.
So we don't
Be
really
pretty
have the
tough.
extra resources to send people out into the world.
You don't do any trading or anything with other countries?
Oh, not unless merchants visit, and in fact, as I said, no one had been here in about a year, and yes, that's the last time we traded with anyone.
Oh.
We don't have much to trade, in that our entire society is within the walls of the city.
What does
Many
this guy
people.
look like? I'm sorry.
He's a
Okay.
middle-aged, male, weathered GIF dock worker.
Okay. Carry
He's
on,
dressed
Ryan.
like a
Sorry.
dock worker. He's got a corncob pipe. And as you look around, there seems to be a lot of dock workers, but nobody's really doing anything. There's like a whole bunch of fishing ships. There's the warship. There's like nobody on the ships. They're just like all parked. And the dock workers aren't really doing anything. They're just kind of standing around.
So what's going on with all the dock workers? Doesn't seem like anybody's got anything to do.
Oh, well, it's hard for anyone to go fishing when we don't have any captains.
Where are your captains?
That's a good question. I don't know.
When did you last see the captains?
He ponders, and then he kind of looks confused. He says, I'm not sure. That's a
Oh.
good question. Oh, and he kind of points at the end of the dock. And like right where the docks end and the city begins, there's 6 soldiers kind of standing together. They're relaxed, but they're watching this kind of expectantly. And so their uniforms are unlike anything you've ever seen before. They're dressed basically like British soldiers in Revolutionary War winter gear. All right, if you can imagine what that looks like. That's so that's what they look like. They're not as crisply dressed as the Gardinian soldiers, who are known to have very crisp uniforms. And that's because their uniforms seem to be worn and faded in some places. So they're not as well maintained. Their stuff's kind of old, and they don't seem standing around. They don't seem as well trained as the soldiers you saw in Festus, who were they're kind of like the Spartan type soldiers. But they definitely look like they know how to fight. They also have very strange weapons. Some of them have swords and daggers, but they all carry like these strange black quarterstaffs.
Okay.
So Howard kind of points at them. He's like, they're probably waiting to talk to you.
One more question. How many captains were there?
Well, I suppose as many as there are ships.
How many ships are there?
There's 16 fishing
Ah,
ships
okay.
and one warship.
Okay.
And are they like in the city missing, or they like went out to sea or something?
I don't know.
Are the seas generally safe with all the undead, or are they dangerous?
Oh well, no. That's why even our fishing ships are equipped with weaponry.
Mm. Okay. Well, our crew is going to hang out here.
Oh yes, that's fine. We've got plenty of folk to take care of them. That's fine.
Okay.
You use the standard currency around here?
Oh yes.
And give him a gold. Thanks for the hospitality.
Oh well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I'm going to start heading toward the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you approach these soldiers, and the leader speaks up. He's wearing a uniform that obviously has some rank to it. And he says, "Welcome to Haunch, strangers. I am Sergeant Thomas Cameron Kincaid Green. Are you civilians or are you an official envoy?"
What do you think, guys? Are we official?
Yeah, fairly official.
Yeah.
I think we're
I think
official.
you're official.
Okay. Well, excellent. Yeah. I got him to make up a name. Johnson, you and I will escort the envoy to the keep. Carry on then. Let's go. And so the sergeant, whose name again is Sergeant Thomas Cameron Kincaid Green, and one other soldier, lead you off toward the center of the city. As you walk through the town, you see signs that would allow you to locate all the places on the map. And so I'm going to put you on the map. And party token right there. Can you all see the map?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you see signs pointing out locations, like a mall map, I guess. And so all the locations on the map, you already have them labeled.
Cool.
And so you're being led to the keep in the center of the city. So do you see how the walls, kind of as I described, that there are 4 zones, and then there's the extra wall piece for the gate that leads out of town to the southwest.
Smart.
You are brought across the central square toward the keep. And as you do, you see a stone plaque. I'm sorry, a stone statue with a plaque. The statue is a sly-looking tiefling covered in daggers. And the plaque reads, "Fluke, he who spat in the face of Pecro." So that's number 9 there on the map.
Of Pecrum, you said?
Pecro.
Pecro.
The Titan.
Pecro is the Titan of necromancy.
Okay. Yep.
And as far as you know, he is in Alaray and supports the Lich Overlord who rules Alaray. The keep is surrounded by a very tall wall, the same size as the outer wall, and you can see soldiers on top. There are none of those metal cylinders on this wall, though they do sit, again, on the outer walls. You are brought to the entrance, which is a set of 2 thick barred portcullises. There are 4 guards standing at the front who quickly move off after a couple hand gestures from Sergeant Green. Passing the gate and into the keep, you see 3 things. One is obviously the main keep. It's not a castle like you've seen in other cities, but more of a well-fortified mansion. Think Buckingham Palace. The second is a kind of smaller, less fancy version. It's hard to tell if it's a servant's house or a barracks. The third is a mine exit. 4 sets of minecart tracks come out of the ground at a 45-degree angle and end at a sort of pavilion where the cart contents are loaded into wagons. It looks like they're unloading some kind of dirty crystal, like big hunks of salt. You are brought over to a large square table. It looks like 8 people could sit comfortably on each side. It sits under a very tall circular tent with no walls. So it's just the tent roof. You are directed to take seats, and the sergeant says, Haunch is run by a house of delegates. Our population sits quite stagnantly at 15,000 gif. We fight the undead quite often, but we also have a lot of children. Each time a soldier is killed, someone has another child. It's regulated, and so it has been for a very long time. As GIF are born, they join an election group consisting of 1,000 people. Each group selects a delegate from amongst them annually, and those 15 delegates then elect a prime delegate who serves as a sort of head of state. Our current prime delegate is George Edward Taylor Hughes. He is delegate 2, and his wife happens to be the prime magician. You can't talk to
Magician,
him.
what's that?
You can't talk to him in a second, but what I want to do is describe that as he was talking, a butler-looking GIF walked out from the building and waited nearby for the sergeant to finish. So he's standing there kind of waiting for the conversation to end. So go ahead.
You said the wife is a prime magician?
Yes, we don't use much magic amongst our people. It's an uncommon feature of our people, unlike other parts of Delvin, partially because of resistance to reliance on the gods. And so anyone with any magical ability is automatically assigned to work for the Prime Magician, who works to create weaponry, who aids us in our fight against the undead.
Is that black quarterstaff you have?
Oh, this is called a musket.
What's that?
It's a device similar to a longbow in that it fires a projectile, but instead of arrows, it fires small lead balls.
Small lead balls. Like that could hurt me.
They go pretty quick. You'd be surprised.
I'll take your word for it.
Is it like effective against undead?
As much as an arrow would be.
All right.
Never heard of such a thing.
It's much
We
easier
tried.
to use. It requires far less training to aim and use accurately.
Do you
Could we
have
try-
any? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you have any tricks that you use to kill undead? Anything specific in
tricks.
combat? Okay.
No tricks. The same as anything else. The Prime Magician is Eleanor Olivia Gladstone Lewis.
Can you say your name again?
Prime Magician Eleanor Olivia Gladstone Lewis.
I'm not writing all that. I'm just
Gladstone.
gonna write Gladstone.
I had it.
Just pick
Oh,
a
you wrote
word
it.
from the middle.
Why would you pick Gladstone?
That was the one that stuck out to me the most.
And it was George Edward Hughes is the prime delegate, right? I did miss a name.
Yes.
Okay.
Their fucking names are insane.
I miss Taylor.
Listen here, Gladstone.
What are those gray things on top of the walls?
Oh, those are cannon. They're like big muskets.
They shoot tiny balls like the muskets do.
No, they fire big balls,
Oh, that makes sense.
Hmm.
like the size of a coconut.
Oh. Can we fit Cyrene in one of them?
Hmm.
He looks at her. No, I don't think so.
Oh, that would have been cool.
He thinks you're completely serious.
Would be pretty fun.
I pat her on the head.
I will bite you.
Perhaps if you cast a spell to make her smaller, you could do it. But
Mm.
he looks at the
Someone make me
butler.
smaller.
He looks at the butler, and the butler nods to him, and he says, "In Haunch, we begin all formal discussions by sharing background information with the other parties. What should we tell the prime delegate before he joins us?"
Um,
About us?
what is our name? The Mystic
You
Misfits?
realize the introduction he gave you about their population and stuff was his introduction.
We're from the Academy. We're the Mystic Misfits. We're here to kill the what's his name? Vampire Lord
Bershova.
Bishova,
That's the place.
Yeah.
town of Bishova.
Karakov
Yeah.
is the vampire.
Karakov.
Yeah. Lenin.
Wait, what year are we? Are we second years?
No, you're this is your first
year?
mission of your third year,
Third
but
year.
it's already pretty far into the third year.
Time
Okay.
flies.
Yeah, we're third year at the Academy. And we're pretty good.
All right, well, thank you for the background. The butler heads back, taking that information with him. The sergeant excuses himself, and he and some other soldiers have a bit of a meeting by themselves a little ways away, while some servants bring out a small meal and place it in front of you without speaking. It's roast beef with roasted potatoes and carrots with a particularly salty gravy. But you are
Yeah.
left to sit by yourselves and eat, if you want.
Any
I
drink?
devour it.
Yes. They bring you they bring you water. Just water.
Anybody want coffee?
Is
No,
there anything
thanks.
stronger than this water to drink?
It's 11 in the morning, sir.
5 o'clock somewhere,
Yeah,
am I right?
what's your point?
In Haunch, we don't begin serving alcohol until at least 2 o'clock.
I pour myself a cup of boundless coffee that I have.
I'll take some of that.
I
Yeah.
think if you pour it out, it's not coffee anymore. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
How do you
I
drink
think you have to drink it from the
To
flask.
drink it from the bottle. Oh.
Let me I'll look it up. Can't believe I'm looking up this rule. Yep, if you pour
Yeah,
coffee from the
vanishes.
bottle rather than drinking from it, the coffee vanishes the moment it leaves the bottle.
Okay, this is my coffee then. Sorry, guys.
You could do a pretty
Okay.
good trick of constantly pouring it into a cup and the cup never fills.
That's true. It says I have to roll a d20.
For what?
It says each time you drink the coffee, roll a d20. On a 1, the bottle refuses to dispense coffee for the next hour. This silly rule. I'll just do it. Alright, it passed.
Close. You have tea or anything?
Tea is served after the meal, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. I think about pulling out my bottle of whiskey, but then I think we're supposed to be friends with these guys. Maybe it will offend them.
You can wait a little bit before you have the whiskey, right? I mean, you did just
I
get
am.
here.
Yeah, I am. I'm waiting.
I see you thinking about it though.
Mhm.
Starting to reach for it.
I
Shaking.
do like look in my pack, and I huh.
All right, let's eat.
Okay,
I've already eaten.
right. Yeah, yeah. She's on seconds already.
Yeah.
I'm looking at everyone else's plate for what I can
Right.
steal.
Yeah, your potatoes are just gone, Travis. Helios.
Oh man.
After the meal, they do bring out tea, and shortly after that, the doors open. A fat, grouchy-looking Gif exits the house. He's dressed in a fancy red and blue suit, but it's worn rather sloppily, as if he knows he has to wear these clothes, but doesn't particularly like it.
I stand up in case that's the custom here.
Okay. Only Yarrow stands up. He comes over. Oh, thank you. You may sit. Thank you. Yes, I'm the prime delegate. What do you want? Why are you here?
It's an honor to meet you, Prime Delegate George Edward Taylor Hughes. We're here from the Academy. We're here to kill a vampire lord.
Yes, I was told that you're here to kill Karakov, but why are you here? Why have you come to Haunch?
This is where we docked. Why are we in Haunch, guys? What do we need to be here?
That's where we are landing, and we have landed. And yeah.
Anything you could tell us of the help with that mission? I assume you guys don't like him, right?
I'm gonna have to go back to what you guys were assigned to do because no one remembers.
No idea.
Make contact,
Can't
get on
find
good
what the-
terms with the gift of Haunch. That's on my notes.
This is land at Haunch.
Yeah, I just wrote GIF of Haunch. That doesn't help me.
I wrote Haunch.
I know. Help me.
Hold on, I'll get there. Maybe somebody copy that. I'll let you all read it.
Okay, so we just have to be nice. Damn it, Daphne, why didn't you stand?
What?
Just kidding.
What do you mean?
'Cause I'm just a joke because it says to be on good terms with them, and only Yarrow stood. So I was calling you out specifically for no reason as a joke.
Why would I? Wait, when was I sitting?
We're eating. We're at a table.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would be
True,
sitting.
true, you never said you sat. Maybe you're standing to
I'm
eat.
sure you didn't say anything.
As to
I
your
didn't.
question, no, we don't like the vampire lord, but the last thing we need is an undead power vacuum. The vampire leaves us alone. He collects his food from sailors whose ships are destroyed by the undead. We kill him, something else moves in that perhaps does want to attack us.
Don't your people fight the undead like on the daily? And don't you have like 16 captains that have gone missing?
We fight the undead on a constant basis to protect our borders. We don't invade the rest of the island.
Sure, but like most countries don't have to fight off undead on the daily. And
Yes, and we could run away, but we aren't afraid of the undead threat. We fight it, and we do a very good job.
I'm just saying, like, if we killed the vampire and got rid of the undead army, it's likely that another threat wouldn't be as bad.
Undead army? You're going to kill an army, you say?
I mean, maybe.
Okay. No, these islands are swarming with undead. If you kill the vampire, something will take his territory. Perhaps something worse than what's already there.
If there was something worse, wouldn't they just take it anyway?
That's a good point.
Take it from the vampire lord. They don't really fight amongst themselves.
Oh.
Oh,
A
they're just
ghost
big.
can't exactly feed on a vampire.
Okay. Um.
Oh, there's a big attack on Alaray as a whole to try to reduce the incidences with the undead. So it's likely if we took out the vampire lord, you'd have a much easier time with the undead for a long time.
Kind of raps his knuckles on the table a little bit. He says, No formal visits from anyone in 100 years. We're by ourselves out here. We need trade, but no one comes. We can't send our own ships out. They're needed for defense. Everyone is needed here to protect the city. We've had so few combat casualties in the last war, we've barely had any children. But you wouldn't know any of that. So I'm not particularly inclined to assist outsiders who, for 100 years, paid us no mind.
If we clear out the vampires, you could have more children.
I mean, I don't think that's very fair because we're all pretty young.
We're
Don't
still in
mean
school,
you
sir.
specifically, I mean your people. And that one is an old man. He's an old bird.
I'm a bird man.
Yeah, but he's young at heart. He didn't know this was happening
I
here.
don't think he's young at heart.
Well, he means young or
Caca.
something.
You could take out your blame on him and help the rest of us.
That's true. If you just hold your grudge on him, will you be okay with that?
Well,
Also, I can kind of relate because my island, we have monsters that are terrorizing our people, keeping us kind of in the same general situation. I would do anything to get rid of the monster keeping us holding our town hostage.
make a persuasion check.
Pretty good.
Yep. He kind of locks eyes with you, pondering. And he says, All right. All right, I'll give you a chance to earn our aid. My wife is the prime magician. She's been quite concerned about some perceived problem that we have. If you can help her with that, then I will offer the aid of Haunch to your cause.
That would be amazing. Thank you for reconsidering.
Yes, well, thank you. On you go then, and good luck. He turns and he just walks back toward the mansion.
Um,
Okay,
Where's his
okay.
wife? Is she at the magician's headquarters? Or is she in the house or the castle? Do we know?
Mm. The butler guys, is around?
Hey, Butler.
Yes, sir.
Do you know where the prime magician is?
Yes, she's at the magician's headquarters, sir.
Ah, I was right.
We should head there.
It's okay. Let's do that.
Thank you. And I tip him a silver.
Thank you, sir.
Well, anywhere else we want to stop by while we're here?
Uh,
The name Fluke sounds familiar. Do we know anything about him other than that? What the statue shows?
You do.
Is he one of the heroes?
um,
Can't
He's
remember.
one of the Reckoneers.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Right. You
a long
have
time ago.
recognized that it's strange they have a statue of a tiefling when the entire city is gift.
He must have Fluke must have fought here and saved a lot of them or something.
Goddess of the dead and earth.
Who? Yukol?
Yuko.
Why are you looking up
Yukol.
Yukel?
There's
Why
a
not?
Yukol temple here.
Oh.
Have we left yet? Are we still?
As far as I'm concerned, you're still sitting at the table.
Alright. Hey, what? I saw a sign for a place called The Clock is Right. What is that? I asked one of the butlers.
Gotta get rid of these butlers. Can't have you guys spending the whole campaign relying on butlers. It is a clock shop, sir.
That's what we should get. A butler.
A clock shop. Okay. All right.
I don't think we need any clocks, do we, guys?
I don't think so.
Desire a clock.
I don't think we have any clocks though.
Of course, yeah, we can't tell time currently. That might actually help. Daphne, do you have a watch?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
She's got a Fitbit.
And what's the chastity house?
Yeah,
Chastity?
whorehouse, sir.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty then.
I thought it might be, but I didn't want to presume.
Or I should have said, a house of whores.
We don't have any of those either, do we?
Who's your favorite whore there?
He walks away.
Aw. All right, well, we can't ask him any more questions, so let's head to the magician's quarters and maybe
We ask all the important ones. So.
maybe this guy's wife knows more about the whores.
We should check out the observatory too, because maybe they've seen some weird sky stuff.
That's true. Like the thing with the sun that one day,
Yeah.
like a year ago or two.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, there was that whale fight not that far from here too, to the south, right?
Wait.
Yes.
What was that, Sareen?
Just trying to remember a whale fight.
Yeah, that was when we got shipwrecked, and then we met that guy who built our ship.
Whale fight!
Mm.
Whale versus mermaid.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'd watch that.
yeah, we wouldn't. All right, to number 4, right? Unless anybody wants to check out other places first, but maybe she has a place she's gonna recommend to us anyway.
Yeah, let's head there first. I agree.
Daphne, got anything?
Um,
Whorehouse.
no.
Stop sitting down.
Okay.
Okay,
Chris?
everybody roll a d20. Okay. As you all exit the keep, though I don't know that you still have yet decided where you're going. As you exit the keep, you stop as you see something shiny on the ground. And Yarrow, you find a sapphire ring. The sapphire has been cut into a triangle. And there's an engraving on the inside.
I'm gonna read it.
It's written in common, and it says, "You'll do great. Love always, Mom."
Aw.
No.
What you got there, Yarrow?
There's a ring here. It looks like somebody's mom gave it to them.
Hmm.
Maybe there's like a lost and found.
Did you find it on the ground?
Yeah.
And he found
Oh.
it on the ground.
Pretty lucky.
Is this like right outside the castle?
Yeah, we're outside of the keep.
Yeah.
As the guard around, I want to say, hey, if I found this ring on the ground, looks like somebody lost it. Is there any kind of lost and found or anything?
A lost and found?
Yeah,
Like
like
a place where people bring lost stuff so that maybe they can find it there.
No, I've never heard of such a thing. No.
Hmm. I think you should keep it. I think it's a gift from your patron.
not my mom.
Your mom wouldn't give you a ring?
Maybe. But maybe we'll ask the prime magician, see what she thinks.
You think she knows of every ring that's in the town?
No, but I don't know. Maybe she'll know what to do with it.
It
I bet you
So-
chose to do that skeleton. You should put it
turns
on.
you into an undead skeleton.
I'm not gonna turn it on
Yeah.
or put it on.
You're not going to put it on?
Not at the moment. No.
All right, fine. You gotta identify it first.
I can. Yeah. Like if we're not leaving today, I can use a spell.
Yeah, you probably won't leave today.
I will cast Identify on the ring.
It's not magical.
Well, is it going to turn you into an undead skeleton?
I don't think so.
I will put it on.
Go for it. Hand it.
Put it on.
What does it say again?
It's too big for you, Irene.
I get it. I get sad.
I
It's
said
like
you'll
for a
do
hippo
great. Love,
figure.
Mom. I think.
Yeah.
You'll do great. Love always, Mom.
Always, Mom.
Someone big should put it on.
Nelius, you want to try it on?
Well,
There you go, big boy.
I don't need jewelry. Why don't you just sell it, Yarrow? You found it.
All right, I'm gonna take it for now. I'll think about what to do with it.
Okay, there you go.
Or give it to your child when you become a mom someday.
Or we could just
Oh,
try
I
to
miss
find the
my
owner.
mom.
Yeah, I'll ask the prime magician what you
Yeah,
think.
let's do that.
Yeah, we
Maybe
could just
that
ask
guard.
people. Ask
Maybe at
people when
first.
we come across them.
Just ask them if they have a mom.
Teresa sounds so cool right now.
I know. Wish she
I'm
always sounded
cool.
like this.
Yeah, your scratchy voice. It's like Phoebe.
Sticky shoes.
I know.
All right, let's head to the prime magician.
Okay. When you get about here, Nelios, you notice that Silas's hair is up, like he's panicked about something.
What is it, Silas? Is what direction?
He's looking back into the square, but he's not like looking at anything. He's kind of looking around, like he can't figure out what has him spooked.
Okay. Interesting. What can I do? Do something, can't I? Let's cast Detect Evil and Good.
What does that do?
I'll cast it and then you'll see.
Excellent.
It doesn't seem to have. Oh, I have to cast it somewhere.
You could just say no to put the template out.
Yeah, I didn't realize I.
Yeah, you don't sense anything.
Okay. I guess I'll walk with Silas and see what. Try to figure out what might be bothering him. And just investigate, I guess. Or percept.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I like see if I can sense anything?
Sure. Roll a perception check. Both of you.
Oh,
Yeah, you were looking around and she was sensing
sorry.
with her rabbit ears.
Ooh.
There doesn't seem to be anything odd within sight or hearing distance. There it's pretty bustling with a lot of GIF going about their business. Um and none of them seem panicked at all. They're just kind of walking around doing their thing in town.
I'll examine Silas then to see if there's anything on him causing this.
He actually already seems a little calmer.
Hmm.
But no, he doesn't. There's nothing wrong with him.
Okay, I'll give him a treat and tell him he's a good boy,
Oh.
and it'll
And
it'll all be okay.
is something flying over us?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Hmm.
You got a natural 20. I would tell you if there was something to perceive. There isn't anything.
Okay.
You continue on.
Yep.
I guess so.
Okay. You guys continue on to the magician's head. Oops. There we go. Magician's headquarters. So there is very, very little idolatry to the gods in Haunch, but this stone and mortar structure has two statues of ergotes perched like gargoyles. A large fancy sign hangs above the door reading Magician's Headquarters.
Does it look like there's a reception area, or should we knock?
It actually, the front door looks like a shop with like a little bell hanging.
Oh, let's go in.
You go in, ding 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 ding. You walk in. There's a female gift there. Um, Younger, let's say. And she says, "Oh, well, hello there. Welcome to the magician's headquarters. Are you here to see one of the magicians, or are you here to shop?"
Maybe both. We were sent here to meet with the Prime Magician, actually. But we
Sent by who?
by
Her husband, the prime delegate.
her husband.
Oh, yes.
We
Well, I
were
noticed you weren't GIF, so I figured you might be delegate or not delegates. Yeah, a delegation from another nation or something. Yes, I will go fetch her. While I'm gone, feel free to peruse the store.
okay. I will start doing so.
How do I want to share this with you? Or did I create a document for this? Let's see here. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. They have. Let me check something quick here. I have to make some things able to be seen. Okay. They have a firearms manual that is in the items. That is 150 gold pieces, and they have all the firearms listed in the firearms item. So there's an item called firearms, and then I'm gonna post out all the other stuff they have. The number at the end of each entry is how many of that thing they have. Let me know if there's something that, for whatever reason, you can't look at. I would assume most of that is already up. I'll let you guys tell me if there's something you can't see.
I don't have any money, so unless someone wants me to buy bullets. Is anybody gonna buy a gun?
None of you are proficient in firearms because you've never seen them before. That's what the book is for.
Where do you see stuff about them? Anywhere?
What do you mean? In the chat, you mean?
Well, yeah, I see the chat, but where can you find out more about things?
You mean like
Yeah, in the
going to
item
the
list. That's what I've been
items
talking
list?
about this whole time.
Yeah, you can't find it in the item list.
I
Can't
don't
find
think
what?
stun stick is in there.
Sunstick. I need to know what you can't find because, yep, Sunstick. I didn't even have source.
Chris can't find any of it.
Force
Apparently.
musket.
Forest musket. Yeah,
Marion
I did
core.
specifically call that one out as one that might not.
Pepper box.
Okay, but there is an item labeled firearms that has all the firearms.
Is that what a pepper box is?
It's a firearm, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
You're
Do you
talking
Yeah,
about
mean
the
it's
in?
in
pepper
there,
box
Teresa.
plus one.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
If you type in firearms and then click
Because
on it, you'll
I
see
made one
pepper
item
box.
that shows all the
I got
firearms
it.
so that you can compare them.
You got it, you said?
Yeah.
Good job.
Thumbstick's interesting. Be proficient in maces, though. Is that specific or is that like I'll look it up here.
What do you want to be proficient in? What are you talking about?
The stun stick is a simple melee weapon, but if you're proficient in maces, you can add your proficiency bonus. A simple weapon. So I suppose so. Interesting.
Magician's pistol, huh?
What's that?
I'm trying
Just
to
under
find it.
like the regular gun, or is that its own item?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's not. I don't think it's in here. Somebody tell me
I
if
just
I'm
made
wrong.
it available.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know if I've made stuff available or not, so I just need you guys to tell me, hey, I can't find it.
Yep, just making sure that I wasn't just doing something dumb.
I accidentally rolled.
Okay, it was
Okay,
a
you try.
bad roll.
You're while you're here, you try to make a gun and it doesn't work. It blows up and you lose 3 fingers.
Okay, so
No.
this magician's pistol could be good for you. Well, either of you, Baruch or Taro. I know Yarrow uses his new instrument that he uses, but
My flute.
your flute, yeah. Could be good for Baruch though, so he doesn't have to shoot his shitty crossbow anymore.
It's a heavy crossbow. 2d8 radiant. Ours.
It's
Can I?
radiant.
Additional 1d8.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Crossbow does radiant damage?
No,
Oh,
I'm looking at the magician's pistol.
oh, huh.
Yeah, the deal with the magician's pistol is it fires like a normal pistol, but when you shoot it, you can also choose to expend a spell slot. And it's 2d8 for a first level and another d8 for every level over that.
It's really good.
Like level 5. Boom.
Yeah.
5d8.
It makes
Yeah,
it very simple, similar to guiding bolt.
So if the reload is 4, it takes 4 actions or
Nope.
attacks. 149 times equal to its reload score. So you can fire it 4 times.
Yeah, it's the clip.
four rounder.
Yeah. It's easier for someone like Teresa to reload it than it is for somebody like Baruch to reload it, because for Baruch it would take his whole action, and for Daphne it just takes one of her attacks to reload it.
Well, Daphne is broke bitch like me.
Yeah.
Well, I have
I was just
600
explaining.
gold pieces.
The other thing
Oh
would
wow,
be
you're
you
so
just
rich.
use it. You just use it 4 times during the fight, and then you don't reload it.
Does it reload automatically? Like for a long rest or something?
It takes an action to reload it.
Don't know.
Like 6 seconds.
Firearms
Why would it? So during combat, you think it takes an action, but out of combat, it takes a long rest.
Come on, I just
What?
don't want to forget about it. And, you know.
You do still need bullets for it to work. So yes, you could run out of ammunition. You guys can always come back to this store after you've done the vampire thing too, if you don't have money.
I mean, if someone gets a gun, that's going to become their whole identity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any ARs?
It would be hard not to use it. Do you have an AR? I mean, I would like it, especially because I don't really have a ranged weapon right now that I use. My ranged spells aren't very good.
Well, we can come back. I mean, you can't use
Yeah.
it if you buy it now anyway.
Right.
Why not?
Well, I would have to buy the
Book.
manual as well.
The Yeah, you're more likely to want the force musket anyway, or the +1 pepper box.
Oh, I didn't even fucking see the force musket. What is that? Sorry, guys.
Although the force musket doesn't require ammunition, which is nice.
Oh.
It's
Is
a
anyone-
Star Wars blaster.
Oh, okay.
So raise your hand if you're thinking of buying a gun. I don't see any hands.
My hand is raised.
Not me.
I
Everyone
don't
except
see
Yarrow.
any hands.
I'm thinking about getting the magician's pistol.
Pretty good.
But I would get the manual too. And some bullets.
How much
Can we
money
just
do you have?
Some.
Okay, yeah, you don't like to tell people.
can we just buy one manual and everyone reads it, or does that each person need to buy their own?
It's got to be each person.
There's only two, so only two people can get a gun.
What do you guys
Yep.
think the Chimerian core is for?
Or the
You guys-
stun stick.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know
Oh.
something about those already. The robot told you about Chimerian cores.
Oh,
The robe. What did he say?
For the stun stick.
oh, haha.
What's a pepper box? Anyone know?
Pepper box is just a +1 version of the weapon that was on the list of weapons.
So Chimerian cores are used to power Chimerian devices. You guys have they don't work on all devices or anything, but you guys have like that fog machine, that's a Chimerian device.
They're probably hard to find.
Do we have any Chimerian cores?
in the
Mm.
fog machine?
No, the fog machine runs on water and oil.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But
Then I don't think so.
the point is that I've invented a lot of devices and you guys just haven't run into any except the fog
Oh.
machine so far.
Maybe it's a good idea to just have a core in case we find
Yeah,
one of these.
that's what I was gonna suggest.
He
It's not that
also explained
expensive.
that they're easy to make if you have a core assembler and access to elemental core material.
We do not.
I'll
All
buy
right.
a core.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm
you
also
just put it
buying
in
a
your
mirror.
inventory. Yeah, it does seem a little off to you that they're selling like all this stuff and then they have mirrors, but then you kind of think about mirrors are probably used against a bunch of different undead stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like for
Yeah,
example, you use a
gonna buy-
mirror.
Right.
Good
You
job.
can, for example, you can use a mirror to look at a ghost without having to actually look at it, so that it can't use any of its crazy ghost stuff on.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a mirror.
I would hate to have ghost stuff all over me.
We each hit that by mirror.
Yeah, that's what they don't tell you about Slimer. It's all cum.
Should we all buy mirrors? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I bought a mirror.
I'll buy a mirror.
Where
Let
does
me
it
down.
go when you put it in your thing? Is it? Oh, there it is.
Put it in your bag. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'll buy one too.
You
I meant
look at Daphne and she's wearing it on her head.
Where does this go?
No, because I wanted to make sure it was in my inventory.
Yarrow
know
ended
where
up
it
with
was.
mirrored sunglasses somehow.
Be right back.
Sweet.
He's got mirrored sunglasses. Yarrow.
I wear them
Like
inside all the
something.
time.
And everyone makes fun of him.
Directly or behind my back?
Behind your back.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
It's so hard to drag stuff.
Mostly
Good
because we're
idea.
jealous. But
Would a vampire be invisible if he covered himself in mirrors? Think about
no.
it.
No,
No.
See the mirrors.
because then we just see a bunch of mirrors walking around. We'd be like, "What the hell is that?"
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
What if you made What if you made a sphere that was a two-way mirror, but the mirror was on the inside only, so that people outside the mirror could see through it. But then when you see through it, you can't see them because the inside's all reflecting.
The science doesn't make sense.
You'd see the other side of the mirror.
Yeah, you'd see the other side of the mirror, which is you'd see, I don't know, yourself or something.
Which looks like a mirror.
Yeah, but you wouldn't
But
see
we would
him.
still know. We
Be
would
very
still know that
suspicious,
there's
sure.
It looked like an empty orb.
Huh.
just walking around.
That's like just as suspicious as if a guy dressed like Dracula
Yeah, I
walked
know.
into town.
Just as Dracula.
I see a mirror orb. I'm attacking it on sight.
A mirror orb. In the background, a mirror orb stops and
Guys,
turns
we were
around.
warned about this. A mirror orb man turns around.
Mirror orb man. It's a mirror orb with the head of a giraffe. It turns around and walks away.
Stupid.
Now you'll never get to meet Toby.
Damn.
All right. Anybody buying anything else?
I'm gonna buy the manual and the pistol and some bullets.
How many
Okay.
bullets are you gonna buy? It's five gold for 20.
How many bullets does the pistol use?
1 bullet per shot. I mean, what the fuck?
That wasn't a real question.
It's a
I don't
magic
know if.
pistol.
What gun did you buy? The
Magician's pistol.
Yeah, it uses a bullet every shot. Otherwise, how would it do any piercing damage?
Magic.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I mean, that's a good answer, but that's not what the kind of damage that ranged weapons typically do. Piercing, if it's just shooting magic.
How should I buy the bullets? There's sling bullets.
You could just throw it at
Oh,
somebody.
are the gun bullets not?
I don't see gun bullets.
Yeah. How did that end up in the wrong?
Gun bullets. Nope,
Okay,
didn't come
shut
up.
It's just bullets. God damn it.
Oh.
There we go.
Anybody got any
Bullet.
gun bullets?
Yeah,
You know,
Hey,
That-
there's sling bullets and then there's bullet
Gun
bullets.
bullets.
So
You know, under the rules, every one of the different guns has different ammunition, and I was like, fuck that. There's just bullets. I'm not doing that. Would you technically use a different type of arrow for a short bow versus a long bow? Probably.
you should probably buy all of their bullets. Who knows the next time you're gonna find bullets.
That's a good
I
point.
would say now that you've seen bullets, anybody with Smith's tools could make them because they're balls of metal.
Okay, never mind.
Is anyone else gonna
So Daphne
find down
can
the
make you
bullets?
bullets if she has metal.
If I get a gun, it'll be after we kill the vampire.
I'm gonna buy all the bullets.
If I get a gun, that's a great quote. If I get a gun, it'll be after we kill the vampire.
That's good. I'm glad I said that.
Me too. Good job, Travis.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. I want to just give a shout out to my mom.
I know. All right, so we are done here. We can see the prime magician now.
We're done shopping.
Okay. Right as you finish shopping,
Nice, good
the
timing.
prime magician walks in. She is a female gift in her 60s. And she's wearing kind of an elaborate blue and red robe. And she comes out, "Oh, you must be foreign delegates of some sort. So nice to meet you."
It's nice to meet you too.
I can't do a female British accent, so just deal with however I talk.
I
You're
will.
doing great.
Think of McGonagall. Think of McGonagall.
We were sent here by your husband.
Oh yes. Whatever for?
He said you had a problem you needed help with, and
Oh, that asshole.
uh-oh. What did he
yeah.
do?
Fuck that.
Oh, I've had a bad feeling for some time now, and he thinks it's all a big joke.
Well,
He
What's the feeling about?
he sent you to solve my problem because I don't think it's a problem that can be solved.
let's hear it.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is that I think something evil has gotten into the city, but I don't know what.
That checks out.
That we had a weird feeling out in the market, kind of similar to that. My wolf here did not have a good feeling. We couldn't put our finger on it. I feel like maybe it's the same feeling you're having.
Well, that oddly makes me feel a little bit better because very few people will admit to me that they've had experiences that are similar to that, but a few have said that weird things have happened to them. It seems odd. You might want to ask around the city to see what people will tell you. Talking to the prime magician, people are less likely to be open about strange experiences.
Sure. Do you have anybody you know has had these experiences that we could get a start on?
Yes, I would like you to go to the ironworks and speak with Oliver.
Okay.
But my husband, though an asshole, is true to his word. If you really can solve the problem, he'll give you whatever he promised.
Well, how do you feel? We want to kill the vampire lord here. He made it
Mhm.
seem like the city wouldn't benefit from that. What are
Well,
your
the
feelings on that?
vampire and his minions don't really attack us. So, yeah, I can understand why he'd think it wouldn't help us.
Okay.
It's just
You know,
random undead that attack? Or
you might
generic
as well
undead?
be killing zombies on one of the other islands. It has no impact on us.
Okay.
Shall we show her the ring?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we found this ring just outside the keep. Any
How
idea?
quaint.
Is there like any way we could find the owner or anything?
Uh, mm,
Any kind of bulletin board maybe?
mm. No, no, nothing like that, and I can't think of a spell that would help you. I don't know. Perhaps if you've got some kind of divination magic that can tell you about objects. Other than that, I don't know. We don't have a system set up for finding lost things.
Hmm.
Is it
Hmm.
important?
No, not particularly. Just
Is it
It's
Yarrow
from
just has a good conscience, and he's
it's
afraid that he's stealing from somebody that
no,
mom
it's
gave him
from
a gift.
it's from someone's mom.
I think it's
Oh.
cursed.
If my
Hmm.
mom gave me a ring and I lost it, I would want someone to return it to me.
Yes, I understand that. It doesn't seem particularly valuable, so I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Well, we'll ask around as we ask about the evil feeling in town.
Excellent.
have there been any like additional, I don't know if there are many murders here, but murders or anything like that going on?
No, no,
Disappearances.
no.
No
We
captains
don't
have gone
we don't
missing.
we don't have much in the way of crime. Um, here. So no murders. In fact, of late, the attacks from the undead have actually been less frequent. We've had relatively few people die lately, which means we haven't been having as many children as normal because we cap our population at 1,500. I'm sorry, 15,000. Uh, and so, no, things have actually seemed pretty good lately. Well, what was that about captains?
This the dock. People on the dock were saying that they couldn't sail because their captains were all missing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. In a bad way. Um,
Yeah.
uh, are the ships not out fishing?
No, they said they can't go out without their captains.
Interesting. You might want to ask about that too. That's actually not something that I heard of. I'll have to talk to my
Alright.
husband.
Okay.
You think the captains could all be at the Chastity House? Should we go investigate there?
I mean, I
Get your
suppose
head
if
in the
they're out
game,
of the docks,
Yaro.
they could be anywhere.
It's pretty close to docks.
Yeah, I think we should go visit.
Hmm. I mean, we got to go, around town anyway. So
You gotta buy a clock.
we should probably head to the clock place first.
Leads first, yeah, that's true.
It's closest, not because I'm interested in clocks.
Not because there are any whores there.
There might be whores at the clock store.
Well, let's go.
Could be whores anywhere.
Yeah, well, they got to keep track of time.
Right?
Yeah.
Whores have to keep track of time just like anybody else.
How did Chris Poor get rich? He invented the premium line of whore watches.
The world's first whore watch. Whore clock. Google that.
All they
Whore
say is it's time to dance.
Whore clock's
To the
pretty
clock shop.
images.
Okay. The clock is
Images.
It's a clock that just says whore on it.
Nice.
Imagine somebody walking around with a watch that just says whore.
What is that? Google that. Google whore clock and see what comes
What?
up in the images.
Hey Travis, what time is it? Oh, I don't know. My watch just says whore.
It's not a whorehouse. It's a whore home.
W.
It's a
On-
clock that just says whore.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Corporate whore. Wow.
On the
Oof.
way to the clock is right. At one point, I need Baruch to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no. Good shot. Pretty sure.
Dexterity. Saving throw.
You trip and fall. You face plant, and the party around you reacts to it. Like, what the fuck? But none of the other people in the street do.
Hey, help him up. You okay?
Yeah. I fell.
Well,
What'd you fall? What'd you
what
trip
did
on?
Yeah, what did I trip on?
You guys look around on the ground. Just make a quick perception check.
Who, all of us?
Perception.
Whoever's looking.
Hold on, I want to look.
Everybody who got a 10 or higher, spots that where Baruch tripped, there isn't anything, but there is some blood.
Brooke, are you bleeding?
No?
Is it really wet, like a puddle?
You go over
Or is
and
it dry blood?
stick your finger in it. It's not a lot of blood, but yeah, it's wet.
He takes a
Did you
spoon
slip,
and tries
maybe?
to judge how deep the blood is.
Well, I just meant if it's dry, then he wouldn't have slipped on it. But if it was wet, he might have just slipped and not
Yeah,
tripped.
it was a
I
really
know.
good question.
I
Teresa,
know
you get
what you meant.
inspiration.
Oh,
Yay!
cool.
I don't have any blood spells. Except locate creature.
Is there any kind of blood trail?
No.
Interesting. Silas, sniff who's bleeding.
Is it regular blood,
Follow
like
the smell
red
of the
blood?
blood.
Yeah, it's regular red blood. Have him make a perception check at advantage.
Perception check at advantage.
Yeah. He picks something up that does continue on down the road, kind of that way.
Okay, I will follow Silas.
Follow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow the leader.
Yep. You guys continue on down the street in the direction that Silas was sniffing. And in the blink of an eye, you're all standing there with your weapons out. And there's nobody else in the street except you.
Oh, what?
Do we know why our weapons are out, or it was just like suddenly we're
Your weapon
ready to
you
fight?
were walking and then your weapons were out.
Guys, everyone
Oh.
okay?
Does not feel great.
There's
You're all-
magic. Somebody do a magic check.
You're all
Do a
fine
magic
and
trick.
you have no injuries.
This is why we need a clock.
Oh yeah. Point. Is it dark now? Where's the
No.
sun?
No, you didn't
No time has
notice.
passed?
You didn't notice the sun move.
But there's no
How do
people on
I-
the street.
How do I have one hit
There's
point?
no people in the street ahead of you.
Behind us?
You guys didn't take a long rest after that fight, so you may be walking around with one hit point this whole time.
Oh, we fought before this morning?
Mm-hmm.
We fought the bird.
Okay, so I do have one hit point then.
You were heading toward the dock, so he's walking around almost dead this whole time.
Who is?
Me.
He's got
Oh.
one hit point, and he has the whole session apparently.
I look rough and
You
nobody's
healing?
scared.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
You can definitely, over the course of this, have taken a short rest. If you want to do hit dice or whatever, you can.
Okay, let's do
I
some.
want to
That
take a
reminds
short
me.
rest.
I needed to move the clock forward a little bit here because it should be, gosh, it should probably be afternoon here.
I think I do something during a short rest. Hold on.
Does it automatically apply? I forget.
Yes.
If you rolled the hit die, yeah.
Okay.
And I'll use 20 of my lay on hand hit points. Get to 57.
Need a potion?
No.
Need a potion.
I know, sorry. So
I
there's
use
no one around us.
I
Sorry.
use Song of Rest during the short rest. So everyone who used hit die gets to roll an extra 1d6.
Ooh.
It's not that there's no one around you at all. It's that to the northeast, that block, there is no other people on the street except you. But the way you came to the west, past the end of this block, there are people.
Do they seem to be reacting to anything?
No.
Okay.
Hmm. Is
I mean,
Silence
are we
here?
fine? Does everyone feel?
Nobody's hurt.
Would you ask about Silas? Sorry, Travis.
Oh, he's asked if he was here.
Yeah.
I'll use my channel divinity to use divine sense.
Okay, how long does it last? End of your next turn. Okay, there's nothing within 60 feet.
Okay.
What do you mean by nothing? What
You
is it?
just use divine sense.
There's no celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
So there's no presence, but is there like a like a spell in the air, like a I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
That wouldn't tell me
we
that.
obviously okay.
Using just your natural senses, you guys would not be able to detect magic in the air.
Does anybody know detect magic?
No.
I know detect magic, but I don't have any first level spells left.
Yeah, there are certainly some spells that using your natural senses you could, like if it was giving off magic light, like if some shit's glowing, you can be like, yeah, that's magic. But there's nothing like that going on.
Okay.
Is that blood still there?
Yeah, is Silas still following a trail?
He hasn't been following blood.
No, I know, but is he still following like smell?
No, he's lost it.
Okay. All right, well, let's
Right.
not stand here any longer because this is getting us nowhere. So let's either head to the clock place
Walking?
or there's a crowd of people somewhere. Is that what I heard?
No.
No, not a crowd. He just said there's people like farther away from us. hmm
Okay.
Yeah, let's just
Let's
do whatever we were gonna do before we started following the trail, I guess.
let's get a watch.
Okay.
Okay. You go to the clock is right. Um, this shop doesn't seem particularly well taken care of, but it is open. Inside is an older gif with a white beard and thick glasses. He is wearing um a pocket watch, and he's behind a long table, facing you, working on something.
Does time skip here? I want to ask that as I walk in.
You're asking him if time skips here. He
hmm
looks up at you and what? Does what?
Like skip.
I, who are you? What are you talking about?
All right, this is Daphne. We're outsiders here to kill the vampire, and weird stuff is happening. And she thinks maybe there's that time is skipping. Have you noticed anything weird the last couple minutes?
No.
Because
Hmm.
we were following a trail through a crowd of people, and then suddenly we were in different stances, and the people were gone.
That sounds uh, harrowing. But no, time hasn't skipped. That's quite a strange. Uh, uh, how can I help you?
One, we wanted to see if what kind of selection of watches or clocks you might have, and two, we wanted to ask you if we're kind of on a mission given to us by the Prime Magician. There's a presence in your town, maybe similar to what caused our instance a few minutes ago. We are going to ask you if anything weird has happened to you lately, maybe just a bad feeling or a weird happenstance of some kind.
Hmm. Well, to answer your first question, I have a wide selection of clocks and pocket watches. A few grandfather clocks, but as outsiders, I feel like you wouldn't want to lug that around with you. Uh, Generally, clocks are 50 gold pieces, and pocket watches are 100. The smaller gears, of course, being harder to put together. Uh, as far as strange happenings, um, well, Someone at some point put up a beware of dog sign in my window, but I've never had a dog. So that was quite strange for someone to do. It didn't seem like anybody had broken in.
Hmm.
I don't. So I took the sign down.
Can we see the
And
sign?
yeah, he shows it to you.
Okay.
And the sign looks like it's probably a few years old, right? 2, 3, 4 years old. It's not new.
Hmm.
It's a little sun faded.
And he just pulled it out of his pocket like he's been carrying it around.
No, it was behind the desk on a shelf.
Oh.
He actually pulled it out of his ass.
Perfect.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's the kind of thing we're looking for. We don't know what it means, but it'll be good to keep in mind.
So the only weird happenstance instance or whatever has been this sign from a few years ago, nothing recent.
What do you mean? 2 years ago?
Well, the sign looks like it's a few years old, doesn't it?
Yeah, but this happened like 2 weeks ago.
Oh. So someone put an old sign in your window.
Apparently.
Do you mind if we hold on to the sign?
No, I don't need it.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll take the sign.
Have you seen any dogs?
Yes, of course.
Are they?
Many?
There's one right there. He's a quite big fellow.
Oh, that's Silas.
Well,
He's my dog. He's a wolf.
Oh, big for a wolf.
Yeah, he's a dire wolf. So, a bit bigger than a normal wolf.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, anybody want to buy a pocket watch?
one person should.
Yeah,
Have you
it's a lot
all
of
ever
fun.
heard of Capsulon?
Yes.
Yes, the Titan of Time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they speak of a deity's alignment as if their loyalties aren't constantly shifting. Lawful neutral, they said Capsulon was, but that was because of his dedication to the uniformity of time. But he was evil, just like Pekro.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
Well, he was killed in the Great Break. 7 AB, I think it was, by Gulvir. And just like all the Titans, he wanted to kill off all the mortals.
This is like a fun fact thing you do to your patrons.
I'm clockmaker. I've got to know things about the Titan of Time. I imagine it was difficult for Gulvir to kill him, given Capsulon's control over time, but Gulvir's quite the fighter.
We actually found Capsulon's corpse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if I should have told him that, guys.
What a thing to just go telling people. Haha.
Well, it's very interesting that he wasn't male or female. He was just a construct with a clock for a head. No mouth or eyes. They say little constructs used to live inside him.
What kind of little constructs?
Oh, I don't know.
Like metal
Wait,
people.
is he?
Go ahead, Daphne.
I'm sorry. What? I think I missed it. Are we talking about someone or not someone, something that's in the room with us, or something that he's seen?
We're talking about. You remember in the water and the time loop place.
Yeah.
The Titan that we found the big hand underwater. That's Capsulon. So he's talking about
Yeah.
Capsulon right now.
Oh.
So we're talking with the clock maker about Capsalon.
Oh, okay.
Is it in the room with us? uh,
Is the
Well, he said
40-foot
something
tall
like,
clock man in the room with us now?
yeah.
because he said that constructs would be inside him, and I was thinking of the cube thing.
Cube thing?
That's not really a construct. It's a, what is it called? The Chimerian. Is it a cube?
No,
Orb?
by
Chimerian.
construct he means like little, like not little, but like a golem, a robot, something that's not like
Little people?
alive, but it's like.
Like little people?
What do you mean, little people?
I don't know.
No. Constructs are generally big. They're generally like animated, armor type thing.
Yeah, but he specifically said little constructs.
He did. He did say little construct,
Okay.
but like not organic. I guess is the easiest way.
Right, norganic.
Inorganic.
Um,
Does that help?
no.
Usually golems are brought to life by magic.
I'm sorry. Are you saying golem like
constructs.
from the ring?
No. Construct. Sorry, I'm getting. I got my word mixed up because a golem is a type of construct.
Not golem, golem.
Golem.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A golem is a rock man.
Golem is a
I
rock
just-
man, exactly.
When you first said it, I thought you were talking about like golem, and I was like, you mean there's like weird creatures living inside this clock man? Like that's so weird. But okay.
And then Ryan goes, rock man? I thought it was just hair.
Yeah. Good one,
Where's the
Ryan.
nearest
Yeah, I
volcano?
thought so.
Let me throw that ring into it.
Oh, yeah.
Say that
there you go.
again.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Do what with the ring?
Yeah, throw in a volcano.
Oh, that's the ring. Wow,
The one ring.
not as cool as I thought it would be.
Also, it's not magic, so.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
shitty.
what was engraved on the ring.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Always love you, Mom.
Wow, we finally figured
God,
it
that'd
out.
be so funny. That's what it
That
turned
would
out.
be. Yeah,
Right
that would
at
be
the
really
end, he gets it translated.
Yeah.
Love you always, Mom. The fuck?
No wonder he wanted it back.
His mom made this?
It turns out it
Who
was
the
just
fuck was his
made.
mom?
It turns out it was just from Gollum's mom. Like it wasn't. It wasn't
Yeah.
the One ring after all.
Right.
He had the
when
wrong
they
ring
did
the whole time.
Yeah.
My precious.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Anyway, this guy's talking about Capsalon, giving us drops of knowledge on us.
Does anybody have an intelligence of 16 or more?
Yes.
Oh, right, you've got the headband.
No.
Yep, mine's 19 right now.
Okay, make an intelligence check. He said, it's very interesting that Capsulon wasn't male or female, just a construct with a clock for a head, no mouth or eyes. They say little constructs used to live inside him. That's what he said.
Is his head in this room?
Does that mean anything to you?
Little construct.
No.
I mean, the clock tower and at the. Joe messaged me the clock tower as I started saying the clock tower. At the
Yeah.
place where time was in a loop. Can't remember the name of that. What's the name of that
Yeah.
town? Someone help me.
It was the old western town.
I know, but the
whoever
name of
remembers
it.
the name gets inspiration.
Oh, I'm gonna get back to my notes.
The Cactus Man's town.
Torchwood.
Time.
No, time is incorrect.
Maybe she's shouting something, but it didn't come through.
Oh, torn tooth.
Correct.
There you go.
Oh, close.
Yeah, Chris said
Good job,
Torchwood.
Smashy.
I'm so
That
excited.
was close.
Didn't want to listen.
Okay, so they could have used Capsalon's head to build the clock tower.
Those
Use,
monsters.
reuse,
Seems
recycle,
like
baby.
it.
There was nothing inside the clock tower, though. Yarrow and I went in there.
The clock tower was made out of a strange metal you had never seen before, and it had weird writing all inside of it, along with a staircase that led up to the top. And at the top there was a map, there was a strange disc, and then the clock itself didn't have any gears. It was just the two hands.
Right.
Yeah, there's a flat white screen covering the back wall.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
so if that's Capsalon's head, does that tell us anything? Was the robot from inside of Capsalon? No, because that was shot from the sky, wasn't it? Her robot friend there.
I think
Wasn't
I
he
got
flying around?
my notes. Clock tower. Poorly written here. Clock tower built the tower a few years before Welder crashed.
Yeah,
I think it
okay.
was already there.
Yeah. We didn't come across any little constructs though.
You did come across writing that you didn't understand inside,
Mhm.
Sure.
in a language and a script none of you had ever seen before.
Do we have anything like that on us that we can show this guy? Since he seems to know a lot about Capsalon. Did anybody take anything with writing that we don't understand?
I don't think so.
Everyone's looking at their loot, right?
I cast identify on the whiteboard in the head, but didn't
Yeah, and
do
we couldn't
much.
take anything. Remember, we tried to remember the words, but we didn't know the language.
Yeah, the map included in the tower included Lake Silney, Torntooth, and the desert. There was two lines. They intersected north of Torntooth, like where the lake would be.
Mhm.
But who knows when that was? Maybe that was put in there after he was defeated. The location of his body or something.
I think that's on your world map too. If you look at that,
Yeah, I think you're right.
you would go to player regions world map to look at it.
Player region. Where's player regions?
On the map screen at the top there should be a folder labeled player regions. So there would be title page,
Yep.
and then I should say player regions.
Finding it, but I might be looking in the wrong spot.
I'll log in as Jack or something and see what it looks like for me. I thought you guys could just go to this stuff whenever.
Yeah, all the other or a lot of the other places are up there. Gardenia, Balishton. Oh, we usually could maybe not
Just
zoom.
world map just isn't there. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
I think
folders
so.
aren't there for you guys. That's annoying. Okay. Maybe that one's just not open for some reason. Oh, none of the regions are. Okay. Permissions. There. It's there now. It's at the end. I need to figure out if I can let you guys have, pull up my to-do list, let you guys have the folder view. Folder view for math? Question mark? Wondering if it's a setting that makes it so that only I can do that, not you guys. Because if I add all the regions, the top is going to be a mess.
Hmm.
That's right now. It's just towns that is up there. Anyway, those are the two lines.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got the party in the wrong spot on this map too. You guys are here. Okay. Anything else for this guy? Did you guys, anybody want to buy a watch or a pocket watch or a clock?
I don't have enough money. Anybody have
So,
100 gold?
I can buy you a watch, a pocket watch, or
I don't think I have an item for that, so you would just write it down.
okay.
Just add an item to your inventory pocket watch.
hmm
It works like a pocket watch.
And it was 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What time do you have, Cyrene?
And you'd like to know?
I. That's why I asked.
I show him the watch.
What time do
Does
I see?
Melios know how to read a clock?
Should we leave this up to rolling?
Sure.
I don't know.
Pretty smart today.
Intelligence ability check.
Yeah. Yes.
He does.
Great.
What's it say?
The time.
12:26.
Yes.
All right, guys. It's 12:26. Remember that. Don't expect that to change anytime soon.
not time to drink yet.
Oh, not yet. All right. Well, we got our watch. We got our Capsulon history. We got the sign. I'm gonna let Silas sniff the sign and then see if he can pick up a trail anywhere nearby.
Sniff the sign.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Have him make a perception check with advantage. Silas sniffs it and then looks at you and shrugs.
Okay. That's what I expected, but you never know. All right. Do we want to go talk to the tavern people?
Sure.
Or go to the ironworks and talk to
Yeah.
the guy she recommended. I gotta scroll back down for his name.
Oliver.
Oliver, thank you.
Can we do both?
We go Ironworks first.
All of our clothes off.
Should we split up with the weird stuff going on? I don't know.
Well, we'll miss the glass of water tavern.
You'll miss
Oh,
it.
why we're over this way? Yeah.
Well,
What do you
that's
mean?
right. Number 13 is the glass of water. If we go to Ironworks,
Hmm.
we'd be zigzagging. We could just go to Deadbane Tavern instead. It's right by Ironworks. Or we should do glass of water now and then go to Iron.
Bed Bath and Iron Works. That's what I should have named it.
Yeah, for sure. You want to split up?
No. Why do we need to split up?
To go to two places at once?
No, we don't have to. I'm just saying, if
Alright.
we wanted to go to number 13, we should do that now. If we don't want to go to number 13, that's fine, but I don't think it makes sense to go to number 3 and then go all the way back to 13 and all the way back to
That
whatever.
was why I suggested Glass of Water Tavern, but
Let's go there. That's fine. Fine with me.
Okay, what are we doing?
13.
Okay.
Glass of Water Tavern.
You guys go to the Glass of Water Tavern. Despite the name, this place looks like a respectable place to drink. The kind of place where wealthier people might sit around and quietly chat about politics while they sip whiskey.
Mhm.
There you go. You can drink some whiskey here.
If it's 12:30.
Yeah, is anybody here?
No one will judge
it
you here,
open?
though.
Yeah, there's people here.
They appear to be drinking.
Buddy,
They appear, well, make a perception check. They're all vampires. They have cups. You don't know what they're drinking. You don't have any clue. No way to tell.
okay, I will do it.
We'll do it.
What are you doing?
Do it.
She's gonna do it. Watch out.
Do
Oh,
it.
no.
Do it.
They,
Do it.
everyone
Oh,
appears
terrible.
to be discreetly drinking alcohol.
Okay. I go to the bar and I say, I'd like to order a glass of water, and I wink at him.
pretty funny.
Yes, of course. I can assist you with that.
It's a fancy
He
establishment.
turns around and takes a metal cup, pours something into it, and then turns back around and says, "Your water, dear." And he winks.
That was fun.
That'll be silver.
Thank you.
Can I ask how many questions? It's just
Silver for a water.
Just getting
That's the most
drunk.
expensive
That will
water
be
in the world.
one silver, ma'am. Yes, we have top shelf water here. Yes.
Did she drink it yet?
No. How do I deduct silver from gold?
It's 10.
Silver or dimes.
Deduct
Golds or
the
dollars.
gold and then add 9
She doesn't
silver.
know the math, Travis. Shut up. Golds or dollars, silvers or dimes.
-1 gold.
Yeah,
Plus 9 silver.
You know the saying, you can't teach your sister math.
that,
Yeah.
that is the
Mm.
saying.
I refuse to math.
Okay.
She hates
I want to smell it first.
It smells like whiskey.
Okay, I take a little sip.
math.
Well,
I don't know. How does a bunny person react to sipping whiskey?
Insanity.
well, Daphne's calm, cool, and collected, so she wouldn't really react.
Okay, so she doesn't react. And she goes, Yahoo! She starts doing a cowboy dance. Howdy, 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 howdy.
Yarrow, you're not gonna partake? This is what
Yeah,
you've always wanted.
I'll have some of your finest water, good sir.
The finest water, you say. Okay.
How expensive is it?
Turns around and starts to pour it. He hands it to her. That'll be 7 silver, sir.
I'll give him a gold.
Think you are almost not going to come here, and instead you bought a
Thank you,
gold
sir.
worth of whiskey, which is like
Water.
in human money is like $100. You just spent on a glass of whiskey here.
It's
300.
most of my money. I don't have much left.
Yarl's very generous.
A gold
Yeah.
is $300.
I take a nice sip of it.
It's really good.
Oh, good. All right.
Worth it?
Yeah.
We should ask some questions now that you're drunk.
Oh, not drunk.
We'll drink a little more. We need to get loosened up so you can talk to this guy.
What?
What am I eating on him?
You gotta get loosened up.
I am quite happily married.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Show him the
Mark,
ring.
can we ask you
yeah.
some questions? So we got us a ring, and we've been asking around
Not for
town.
marriage. Not for marriage, though.
No, we don't want to marry you. You're already married. Do you recognize this ring?
He looks at it. Looks cheap.
I mean, it's kind of rude. That's from somebody's mother, but I mean,
It's worth.
My apologies.
well, it's not our ring, so I guess we're not offended.
But
But
no,
worth
I've
50
never
gold.
seen that before. Yeah.
well, if anyone's missing a ring, send them our way.
All right, and who are you?
Nemnelios.
Nice to meet you, Memnelios.
Hey, we're the Mystic Michael.
Misfits.
Mystic Misfits.
We're from out of not from here. I was gonna say out of town, but
Good one. Good one.
What was that you say you were called?
Smashy.
We are the Mystic Misfits.
I'm like, I've had a few sips of the whiskey, and every time we say Mystic Misfits, I want like to bow a little.
Okay. You can have your Oh, you already got inspiration. No,
Double inspiration.
Double.
no, that's not a thing.
Bull.
Triple.
Well, we got another question. We were sent to investigate some things by the Prime Magician. Anything strange happening to you lately? Bad feelings, sense of dread, suddenly appearing in a weird stance in the middle of the street?
He gives
Anything
you
like
kind of a
that?
weird look, and then he says, "Oh, Sophie, has anything strange happened lately?" And from the back, you hear, "Tell Samira." Oh, right, yes. Somebody recently went into our bathrooms and smashed all our mirrors.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah, so we've cleaned up the
Ooh.
glass, but we haven't replaced the mirrors yet.
Must be a ghost.
you don't have any leads?
Well, no, we didn't hear any breaking glass or anything. We went
When-
in. We went in one evening, and they were all smashed in both bathrooms.
Hmm.
When did this happen?
This was about a month ago.
Well,
Have there
that
been any
is
strange
interesting.
people coming in?
No. Everyone's been a gift except you for years.
Okay.
You think maybe that dog sign maybe was it hiding like a reflection or something? If it was in the glass, the mirror thing.
I don't know what you mean.
At the watch store or clock shop.
Yeah, I understand you're talking about the sign that says the dog sign, but what do
Yeah.
you mean? It's
Like,
blocking
could it-
what?
Oh yeah, it could have been put there so that someone wouldn't notice if somebody's reflection wasn't showing, type of thing.
How big was the sign compared to the glass it was on?
I don't remember.
It was a beware of dog sign compared to a shop window.
Shop
Probably not.
windows are pretty big.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that would be enough to stop.
Yeah, probably not. Have you heard about the ship captains missing?
No. Haven't heard anything like that.
Any other patrons? Have you ever heard any patrons talking about weird things happening to them? Anybody we should go talk to?
No, nobody's brought anything up, but we aren't the type to bring up strange occurrences. The
Okay.
GIF are rather private.
Okay. Good enough for me.
At the same
I
time, I'm not
will.
going to lie to you when you ask me questions.
I'll tip him a silver, and enough for me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. His accent completely changes. Ooh, that's one I can do. Do that one.
Anybody else want to ask him any more questions?
No.
Anybody else want to answer me?
No.
All right, Joe, move us to Iron Workshop.
Ironworks. All right. You guys head to the Ironworks, which is number 3. Nothing strange happens on the way. This is one of the loudest and largest blacksmithies you have ever seen. There seems to be a lot of GIF inside, hard at work.
Get on in.
Yeah, is there anybody like paying attention to us walking in that we can go talk to?
So some of the GIF look at you, but this is the type of blacksmithy that looks more like a factory than it does a store.
Okay.
It's like the steel mills in Pittsburgh. So like you walk into this place and there's just GIF at all different stations doing all kinds of shit with what looks like iron. And eventually someone a GIF wearing something that isn't a hard hat, but because they don't have like plastic or whatever, but it's the medieval version of a hard hat, like a metal helmet. Comes walking over and he says, "Oh, hello there. Can I help you?"
We were sent here by the Prime Magician. We were told that somebody here had some maybe weird things happening to them recently, and we were hoping to get a little bit more information from them.
Well, this is the Ironworks. Pretty much everybody's here is weird. Do you mean anybody particular?
They're
Did
looking for
they?
Oliver.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, Oliver'd be the one. He's over there. He points at an area with these big hammers that are being activated by a bunch of gears. And it's fucking loud over there. And all the GIF working at this place are wearing earmuffs, ear coverings, except the guy he points at.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, you have fun with him. I gotta get back to work.
All right, thanks for your help.
He heads off.
They appear to be making guns here, or
Yes, among other things.
Is Baruch stealing any guns? And bullets?
It's my lifestyle now.
Yeah, we'll walk up to him and tap his shoulder. I assume he can't hear us coming.
Right. He turns around and he says, yes, can I help you?
Can we talk to you for a minute? Maybe over here? And I point to the other side of the factory.
Sure. Yes, I can take a moment. And you walk over to a part where it's much quieter. And he says, "Oh, so how can I help you?"
Oh my goodness. I think your eardrums are destroyed.
No, I'm deaf.
Do you know sign? I try to sign language to him.
Do you know sign language?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he signs back to you. Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah. So does Silas. Silas can talk to him too. I think Cyrene knows sign language.
I
do.
don't think Silas can talk to him. I think Silas
No,
can
I know.
understand him.
He can understand. I know. I was just kidding.
Like in Congo with that ape that could talk.
John can talk to people this whole time.
No, but me and Cyrene can do sign language.
I look at Brooke and Daphne. When did they know sign language?
I'll sign that we were sent by the Prime Magician because he had some weird thing happen to him, and we are investigating.
He signs back one weird thing, more like dozens.
Let's hear him.
He says, well, for one, people keep forgetting that other people exist.
Okay. Anybody in particular recently?
In particular, no, not really. But for example, all the captains are gone, and no one really seems to understand that, and the dock workers don't know where they went.
What does this guy
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, we learned that too. How long have they been missing for?
Well, they didn't all disappear at the same time.
Oh, it's been gradual.
Yeah, and now they're all gone.
Have they been missing on the ships, or like do they come back? Do the ships come back and they're missing, or have they
No,
gone missing in
I don't
town?
think so. I think it's while they've been here.
Okay.
So are these people missing, or and people just forget that they exist and they're also missing? Is that
Well, nobody knows what their names were,
okay?
and they're
So,
gone.
so maybe it's also possible that you know what they look like, the captains?
I mean, not all of them. I didn't know all of them personally, but I could pick a few out.
Okay. Because is it possible that just a dock worker forgets that he's the captain?
No, that's
No.
not it.
Okay. What else
But
you got?
I only know so much because I work at the ironworks, not at the dock.
Right. Fair enough. Anything else?
Yeah. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of empty houses in town.
Were they always empty?
I don't think so. But we have a whole bunch of houses that just nobody's living in. In fact, there's even some shops where nobody works there anymore.
Were they
Do you
always
rem- What were you saying, Chris?
Were they always houses?
Yes.
Good.
I'm going to add that
you
question to my list of strange things that happened to me.
do you know who worked in these shops or lived in any of these houses?
Yeah, I know some of the people, sure.
And they're
But
not
the DM would just be
even
making up names.
Okay. And you haven't seen them anywhere anymore.
No,
They're just gone. Okay.
they're just gone.
People, empty houses.
Empty houses and nobody cares.
Yeah.
Or
Nobody.
no one's
It's
really
not so
noticing.
much. It's not so much that they don't care. Yeah, it's that they don't notice, and if you point it out, it doesn't make sense to them.
Do you recognize this beware of dog sign?
No.
The was the clock guy, right? Clock is
Mhm.
right,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or whatever the time is. What is this?
Yeah,
The clock is right. He said that this sign suddenly appeared in his window, and he's never had a dog. Do you think
Yeah,
maybe
there's
he's
a few
forgetting he
people.
had a dog?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him specifically, but there has been a few people that I know had pets, and they don't remember that they had pets.
Okay, and then the tavern said that there was glass everywhere in their bathroom. I never heard anything.
Yep, there's been a whole bunch of different instances of mirrors breaking.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
and part of the problem is that I seem to be the only one that's really noticing this stuff. The Prime Magician believes me when I tell her, but still kind of reacts just like everybody else. But she believes me because she's been having a bad feeling.
So she has a bad feeling, but she hasn't experienced the same things you have.
Is it because you're
No.
deaf?
I was gonna say, is it
Yeah.
because you're deaf? 'Cause-
She has experienced them. She probably just doesn't remember or realize she's experienced.
she's probably experiencing it when she has these bad feelings, but doesn't know that it's happening to
Yeah.
her.
Every now and then I'll come across somebody who's crying and doesn't know why.
We should get earplugs
One of
of
us
some kind.
should not hear anything.
I can sign, and Siren can understand me, so it
How
should be
about
one
you
of
two?
us.
How about like both of you just don't hear anything?
I don't have anything I can use. I don't think. As a
I mean, he
well,
goes over to a rack and gives you some of the earmuffs that the factory people are using.
yeah, I'll put on earmuffs.
So just
Okay, you
assume
can't
you're
hear
right.
anymore. Just FYI.
Okay. Yeah.
I turn to Cyrene. So I assume you've been telling us all this. So nothing weird has happened at the ironworks. Is that correct? Since they can't hear anything with all the noise.
Specifically here, not that I can remember. Since I'm signing, I'm just talking in my regular voice, by the way. So
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense that they aren't hearing anything, so they're not as affected by it. When they go home, they probably are.
Travis, you should be yelling because you have earmuffs you can't hear.
he's signing.
I'm
You know what I mean?
I'm signing, but I'm also
Oh,
mostly
okay.
talking to myself as Travis.
Okay. But remember, you have to kind of yell when you talk.
I don't have to because I'm signing.
No, when you talk. Not when you're
Yeah,
signing.
You want
Travis.
me
He
to
says
sign through the mic?
he's talking. She's talking about Nelios. God damn it, not Travis.
I know, but Nelios is signing.
I understand that, but if you talk to the rest of the party, they can't understand sign language.
And she wants me to yell.
When you talk to the rest
If
of the
you have
party, I was doing
if
it.
you have earplugs in, you would be yelling because
Okay,
you
yeah,
wouldn't
I
know
just
how loud you're being.
Well,
all
he
right.
wouldn't necessarily
Get
be
into
yelling
character.
because
Whispering.
Like
Character.
Teresa, if you didn't have inspiration, oh, never mind.
Quadruple inspiration.
Your fourth time. Anything else, Oliver?
Teresa, take 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
I'd like to give the party
Okay.
inspiration to her.
How do I do? Do I just put it under in the temp?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Why? Never mind. I did it.
No, I was saying because the question was dumb.
No.
Do I put
Yeah.
the temporary
You're
hit points
dumb.
in the temporary spot under hit points?
Yeah.
Yes,
I feel like I
Teresa,
remember
yes.
that not working or something.
Probably not true. That's probably not true.
Oh, hello, puppy.
Definitely true.
Was there? Travis asked him if there was anything else strange.
Yeah. Was there anything else that he can
Not
remember?
that I can think of, but I
Mhm.
feel like if you ask other people at other places, for examples, there's probably things they've noticed but don't make sense to them that you can get more information from them.
Okay.
How long has all this been going on for?
Mm, let me see. I thought I wrote that down when this had started going on. He said, okay, yeah, he says the first thing he noticed happened about 2 years ago.
Wow.
If you
Okay.
were us, you would track down and kill the thing, whatever is causing it. Where would you go first?
That's a good question.
Thanks.
Was that you answering as Oliver?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He doesn't. I mean, he has a fucking clue.
Is there any pattern as to time or location that you've noticed at
Nope.
all? Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, let's go ask more people. Let's go to 11.
Wait, I want to
What?
let's show Oliver the ring.
Oh, okay.
It probably belonged to some guy who disappeared.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
He says.
We
You think it's
found this.
nice?
Oh, can I have it?
maybe. Is it yours?
No.
All right. Well, we're looking for the owner. It's from someone's mom.
He shrugs. Oh,
Mm.
Is there any place haunted in this
it
city?
looks too small for a GIF.
Feels like the whole city is haunted. Baruch.
Maybe
Too
we should
small
go
for
to
a
the
GIF?
Death Temple.
Well, yeah.
The temple probably is a good place to go. But let's go to the observatory for
They have fat
the
fingers.
observatory first.
Huh. That's interesting.
Is it possible that
That's a
somebody
good
vanished
point.
as we walked outside?
Hmm?
But there are only gifts in this town, and he makes a good point that they have fat hands, fat fingers.
Well, he said the
Well,
ring is
a lot
big,
of
didn't he?
Yeah, but he just said, well, Oliver just said it's too small for a GIF.
Oh, okay.
It was
All the
too
gifts are
big
people.
for. It was too big for Cyrene.
But it's too small for a GIF. Okay. Okay, never mind. That's really interesting then.
Put it on
There's no
Fluke.
fucking GIF here. Put it on what?
Fluke statue. He's not a GIF.
It's true.
He's probably got
Were
money.
we were near the
What's a
Fluke
fluke?
statue, weren't we?
Maybe the fluke is a person that turned into a statue.
I think
I think-
Fluke is petrified in statue form.
Mhm. Mhm.
And a little love from his mother will revive him.
That's interesting.
So many theories that I'm
He says,
coming
"Well,
up with.
you can come see me again. If you have follow up questions, I'm here every day.
Okay, thank you for your
Thank
time,
you.
Oliver. Have a nice day.
Happy to help." He also introduces himself to give you his whole name because I made these goddamn names and you stopped asking for them. His name is Oliver James Anderson Washington.
Oliver James.
Anderson.
We should have asked him if everyone always had these super long names, or if that's something that
Want to
changed.
ask him?
Yeah.
He says all GIF have a first name. Their mother or father's first name is their second name. Their mother's last name is their third name, and their father's last name is their last name. And it stays that way even if they get married.
Why is that the custom? Is there any reason behind it?
Why is it the custom that you don't do that?
Because it makes the names really long to say.
Yep, and then you know who everybody is. We don't have any duplicates.
Wait, was the second name is the parent is either parents which one first or
First,
Hmm?
yeah.
first?
So you know his father's name would have been James Washington because his name is Oliver James Anderson Washington. And his mom's last name must have been Anderson.
Pretty cool. All right. We going to another place or?
You guys exit the shop and Cyrene sneezes. Daphne reaches into her bag for a handkerchief and she finds it, but she also finds a folded up piece of paper.
Okay, I'll open it and see what it says.
Yeah, it's a small folded up piece of paper. You open it up, and at the bottom it says 1080D, last day of second year. And it is a picture of your party, obviously created by magic, and there are inked signatures across the bottom. Nelio stands in the middle, emotionless. Oh, what? My mouse. Fuck. Okay, sorry. Nelio stands in the middle, emotionless. Cyrene is poking her head around the side of his right leg and making an angry face, though a smile curls at the corners of her mouth. Baruch stands on Nelios's right, one wing out in an awkward pose. Yarrow stands in front of him, his face filled with laughter as if someone had just said something funny. A sausage sticks out the front of his pants. On Nelios's left, Daphne stands in a combat pose, a confident grin on her face. You remember this day. What you don't remember is the person behind Daphne, a happy-looking, dark-skinned male elf. His hand rests on Daphne's shoulder, and you recognize on his finger the triangle sapphire ring you found earlier.
Fuck.
Among the signatures at the bottom, there's one you don't recognize. Jack. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Wow. That's cool. I got chills.
What? That's amazing.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy
Where
Halloween,
Jack is.
everyone.
Yeah, he sounds like some sort of evil son of a bitch.
Chop his head
Yeah.
off.
Chop his head off.
Huh.
You guys like this place?
Yeah.
This is weird.
This gives me the intrigue of Torntooth vibe.
I did not want to start this with anybody missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be way too confusing to jump in after that. This is cool, Joe.
Yeah,
Very
thank
cool.
you. Thank you.
I have no idea what's happening, but I am interested.
Mm-hmm.
How many sets of earmuffs did you take? Just one?
I think I have one and Cyrene has one.
Okay, but you're wearing yours and she's not.
Right.
Yeah, I know I'm wearing mine. I don't know what she's doing.
I was not wearing mine.
Why don't I give you guys that text, by the way? Okay. Yep.
Hmm.
That was so creepy. Or it says, what you don't remember is the person behind Daphne. Immediately I was like, oh shit. That's fucked up.
He had his hand on me. I mean.
Yeah, he has hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so weird.
I used your D20 rolls earlier to figure out how these types of events were going to play out with you guys.
Oh. Very cool.
So, all right. Well, will we figure this out next time?
Yes.
You have lots of places left that you can go visit, and at this point, it's almost 1:30.
Yep.
In the game.
Probably
so.
investigate the rest of the day, I would think, in town.
I bet Jack will be at the whorehouse if I had to guess.
Yeah. If they're anything like our cousin Jack, that's exactly where he'll be. At the GIF whorehouse.
What is the clock is right? It's a clock store, okay? And Chastity House, it's a whorehouse.
Buy a whore clock.
Have you guys figured out what 5, 6, and 7 are all about?
5, 6, and 7? What do you mean?
From there where they grow their food. And animals.
Oh.
Yeah.
We did get had that tasty meat.
Yep.
Was I right, Joe, that the dog sign was because they forgot they had a dog?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Tell me.
You might go back there. I don't know. I can tell you shit. I'll
Will
tell
you
you
tell me
everything
what
when
to
we're
tell me?
done.
Okay. Wink if I'm right. All right.
Yep, we didn't use the inspiration, so no voting. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for playing.
All right.
I've been waiting to use that tension sound for a long time.
Yeah, that was good. That was good timing. We're not playing next weekend, or we are playing next weekend or next week.
We're playing next week.
We are, okay.
It's I think the 15th that got moved to the 12th or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a concert that I'm going to
Concerto?
on the 6th.
I have a concert.
Yeah.
Who is it? Britney Spears?
We don't know yet. It's a surprise. It's called the Secret Star, and they do it at one of the like venues down here, and it's country music. There's like 3 performers, and you don't know who's going to be there. They give you clues beforehand, but it's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's usually like really good, like good singers too.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye, guys.
Good night.